restrictions or whether it's been closed and now it's reopened. So the reason why I'm going to the courthouse is I just recently realized a few days ago that I have a permit that expires today. And if I don't renew the permit, then I have to pay a fee to go to a class, which is typically $150 to $200, depending on the cost of materials, which is higher than normal during these times of uncertainty. So I'm hoping that the expiration date, like most other things involved with the state, goes through the day and not up to the day. So it's May 3rd, and my permit expires on May 3rd. So I've never been to the courthouse here before. I have a basic understanding that it's very small, simple, and it's not one that is on heavy lockdown or patrol. I don't believe there's any metal detectors. I don't know what to expect. So kind of raw and thin, if you know what I mean. Don't even have my pocket knife on me, just to be sure that I don't forget, when I show up at the door. But, it's a rainy day. It's pollen season here, so things end up turning yellow, getting dusty. Inside the truck, it's not exactly dirty, but I got that film pollen dust on the dash, and just kind of due for a cleanup. Coming back a couple weeks ago now from Utah on the Ford Performance Raptor Assault driving school. It was a really cool experience, a lot of fun. I still need to get that video put together as life would have it. Always things that we want to do for fun and get put on the, I'll get to next or right after this. My daughter's birthday was Friday, and then my stepdaughter's birthday was Saturday. So as you can imagine, running from Fredericksburg to Richmond throughout the week, and working within and all the other stuff, cutting the grass, just being able to spend time with family takes up a good amount of time, as does editing videos. So we're trying to put priorities first. Often, again, things that we want to do end up coming last, which is okay. Unfortunately, as much as I want to pump out as much content and share with you guys, just whatever it may be in regards to the truck or what I'm up to, usually takes a back seat. But one level, if not maybe a front just a slight bit higher than the rear. I do like the look, and I believe the handling and the ride would be nice. But going up that high then brings the next concern, or the thought of changing that much in height. Is there anything else that needs adjusted or added as far as parts? When you're going up like that, you're changing the angles on the axle as you go up. You're changing that angle, and there's teeth on there. So how does that affect longevity, driving wise? Is that something that only comes into play if you're in four-wheel drive? I know they're spinning all the time, whether they're engaged or not. So that's kind of what I look at, is not just the aesthetics, but also the effect that raising the truck up may have, and help prevent damage. Then you got to buy new parts. These aren't things I've done a lot of research on, but I know that an axle is probably not cheap. I would assume it's somewhere in the area of $1,000 or more per axle, and then the other parts that go along with it. And I've seen kits and different things, and then they're in that $2,500 range and or more. And so I'm just thinking, is all that really worth that look, which looks great? And once you get to that place, do you need wheels? Because now you're sitting up a little bit higher, and with the factory wheels, I think these factory wheels, the beadlock capable wheels, are some of the best looking wheels I've ever seen. Probably the best factory wheel that's available for the Raptor. So to take a nice set of wheels, replace them with some aftermarket wheels, of course, yes, that would look nice. It would stick out about a half inch or so, depending on the offset that you get. So those are all the variables. It's like you get into this place where, how much does it cost to have a truck that looks a little different? Is it really worth it? And then what's the effect on just everyday driving, wear and tear, miles per gallon? What's the gas? You put premium in this high performance vehicle as it is, and then what's miles per gallon going to look like after you alter the stance? You're raising the front end up, which I would think allows more air to go under the truck, which can create drag. I know that the Raptor's not exactly the most aerodynamic vehicle to begin with. It's like pushing a brick down the street with the way it's shaped. But as it stands now, I'm just what I would call daily, driving, getting 17 miles per gallon, and I set this 186 miles ago, so that's highway, filled up and set it, and 186 miles later, getting 17 miles per gallon, so, and I've got 397 more miles to go until empty. So it gets good mileage, depending on how you drive it. And just trying to think long term overall, what's the best way. Initially, I thought that the collars were the best over the years. It's funny because I have them literally in the back seat on the floor, still in the box, and they're the blue ones, the RPG blue collars. So that's how long I've been pondering what's best. But I don't like to give up the performance. The truck handles well on the street, of course. bring a little more balance than what there currently is. There's times if you're pushing the truck around turns or whatever, especially on wet roads. If you guys have any experience with a pickup truck, you know that there's kind of that fine line where it gets a little fishy on the back end once it starts to slide out. It's not too serious as far as safety concern. I mean, all the traction control and things that safety measures, as long as those are on, it's not anything to really worry about. But shifting a little bit of weight in the back wouldn't hurt. So I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. I know it's a little long a video, getting close to where I need to be. Hit me up in the comments. Let me know what your thoughts are. If you've done any types of adjustments to raise the front of your truck up or whatever it may be. If you like this video or any of the other ones, you're more than welcome, obviously, to hit that like button. And if you haven't already and would like to see more, please, by all means, subscribe. But until next time, I just want to say thank you for watching and stay safe and take care.